Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, back to talk one of our favorite franchises. This is Love Island Games. This is episode 3. That episode aired Friday night. That would have been November 3rd last night, just for reference. Make sure you're liking and subscribed here and on TikTok so you catch all of our Love Island coverage as well as everything else we are doing. We cover everything and anything reality TV. If you're into it, we are probably covering it. Okay, so Love Island Games episode 3. This was an episode to me where it was a combination of stirring the pot and mending some fences. A lot of wandering eyes too within the couples. With the kind of truncated format of Love Island Games only going to last a few weeks or so. I think that people and the contestants, especially they are all veterans of the franchise, aren't going to waste a lot of time jumping around if they need to get a connection. They're not going to be, maybe what you would call more respectful, like you would in a Love Island, where you have kind of weeks at a time before eliminations, or at least a full week at a time. They don't really seem to have that luxury. We have the first dumping coming here on Sunday. We've already had some repairings due to the duel. It's just, and we'll get to the people specifically in this episode who I'm referring to, really one guy in particular. I think you all know who I'm talking about, Curtis. Really going and exploring their options through the challenges, especially. The top of the episode, Steph and Meg talk about being coupled up. Meg likes his, like she says, he's kind of a mysterious Frenchman. She likes his vibe, but Meg also does explore some other options a little bit later here in the episode. Caleb wants to talk to her. Caleb explores that option. Didn't she knew Liberty? It turns out she knew Liberty, being from the UK, or at least knew of her, and she kind of said she felt a little sense of loyalty and not wanting to take Caleb from her. So that was actually a nice little insight into where her pick went. But obviously they do have a connection, and we do see in the challenge he ends up sucking her big toe. Justine gets the first kiss that she's been looking for. So, that for early on, at least for her, looks good. Ray and Johnny clear the air post the duel. I thought this was funny. Johnny did make a good point, even though he did make his ex, Sally, one of the two. He wasn't going to pair up with her. At least it's what he said to him. And they clear the air so they can kind of move forward with their own journeys and not have to have any beef. There's not usually beef in the Love Island houses, and I really didn't want to see there be beef, especially early. I mean, if there was going to be someone that maybe tried to stir the pot, it would be Johnny, but it seems like he is trying to settle in a little bit more. Liberty does think that Caleb has more of a friend vibe post the idea of him wanting to go and talk with Meg. Um, I don't I mean, we kind of all knew this, I think. I don't think that they were each other's like first pick. I do feel bad for Liberty. I do think that she does deserve to find someone, and she does get some attention, funny enough, from Johnny towards the end of that challenge. I was curious if that's who he was going to pick. I didn't see her get picked in any of the other picks, and I was wondering if he was being like a solid, nice guy, honestly, and making sure that she wasn't completely left out of the challenge, or we'll see if something actually develops from there. About Curtis, obviously, Lisa is worried about Curtis. He's already gone and talked with Justine, and frankly, she should just be looking for someone else to couple with post these challenges. This dude had crazy hookups with Justine. He had a crazy hookup with Amani. He was questioned to why he did it, and he said he wanted to spice things up. If she's looking for a connection outside of a teammate for challenges, she should be rolling away from there. And it looks like he's trying to kind of already make a move. Seems maybe more on Justine, but again, Justine and Amani both are, awesome. So I wouldn't blame him for trying to make a connection with either. Um, we kind of leave it there. Like I said, we don't have any nominations or anything tonight. No Saturday night episode, but we do have the first dumping on Sunday. So if anyone has any predictions who they think would be voted out, even if it's just say by the fellow contestants, if it's a couple going like we see a lot of times, Who do you think they would vote out if they had to vote a couple out or two couples out? I'd like to get your opinion in the comments below. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed here and on TikTok, and you'll catch all of our Love Island coverage. But until the next review, for everyone here at the channel, thank you. Peace.